guys, welcome back to Ava'S Flava. I'm Ava, and on today's episode I'm going to show you guys how to make a BOMB chili. It is so super duper delicious, and it's nice and hearty. It sticks to your inside. All those delicious beans will get you nice and full and keep your insides warm on these cold, beautiful nights. And since it's chilly, I thought it's super chilly outside, I thought I'd show you guys how to make chili on the inside. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Anyways, this is super easy to slap together, and my dad swear this is the best chili that they've ever had. So you guys might want to jump on this wagon and make this. Alright, so let me show you guys this is what you're going to need to slap this together. Okay, so first what you're going to need is 1 large white onion, 2 stalks of celery, plus the beautiful leaves, and you're going to need about 1 bell pepper, 1 pound ground beef. Okay, here I have 2 tablespoons chili powder, 1 tablespoon cumin powder, and 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder. 1 cup of beer, 1 cup tomato juice. Here I have 1 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes and 2 14.5-ounce cans of stewed tomatoes. Alright, and the last thing you're going to need besides S&P, salt and pepper, is 1 can chili beans, 1 can of black beans, and 1 can of white beans. Okay guys, so in a large pot on about medium-high heat, I'm going to drizzle in a little bit of vegetable oil, and then I'm going to go ahead and start my onion, pepper, and celery, because I like my chunky like I like, or wait, I like my chili like I like my men, nice and chunky. I like to make the pieces like kind of cube them, you know, but you can dice them if you want. I just like, that's just how I like to do it. And then you can add just regular bell pepper if you wanted. You could do yellow onion. You could do some corn in here. I'm going to show you a delicious corn relish later. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to go ahead and start sauteing this and just let it soften up a little bit before I add the meat. I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of salt, and I'll see you guys when we get to the meat. Okay guys, so I seasoned the onion, the pepper, and celery with a little bit of salt, and I just went ahead and started cooking that before I dumped in the meat because they're chunky pieces. So I wanted to make sure they got a little bit soft before I dumped in the meat. And you can leave the celery out if you want, but I suggest leaving it in. And make sure whenever you cook with celery, always, or when you're shopping at the grocery store for it, always look for celery with lots of leaves, because that's the best part, for real. Like, rip off a leaf and just eat it. You're going to see that that's where all the flavor is. Alright, so I'm just gonna, I dumped in my meat here, and you can, if your meat releases a lot of grease, you can drain it. You can drain it if you want, but I think this meat will be to my liking, so I think it's gonna be good. And so just go ahead and cook that till all the pink is gone. Okay guys, so now it's like the layering game. You're gonna start layering the goodies in. So my meat is nice and cooked, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my seasoning, and you're just going to want to kind of wake up these spices a little bit. The chili powder, you just cook them for like a minute. Just make sure everything's nice and mixed around. And I was going to tell you guys, add a little bit of salt now, and you can always go back later and add more salt, okay? So, which I already did, so I just add the seasonings in for now. And if you guys wanted a little healthy kick, you could use ground turkey instead. And you could add, if you want to add some sweet potatoes, that would be delicious. Some butternut squash would be killer. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so we'll just cook this about a minute. And it smells delicious in here. And now I'm going to go ahead and add in the beer. Let me add this. It's funny because I actually don't like to drink, but I love to cook with beer and wine. And if you want to leave this out, you can, but you really should leave it in. It's so delicious. I'm telling you, you just get this great background flavor of beer. It's great. Okay, so I added about a cup of the beer in, and we're just going to let that cook for like 5 minutes. Okay, guys, so I let this kind of cook down for like 5 minutes. It's a nice little simmer, and I'm going to go ahead and add in the tomato juice, and here's a little notorious TIP. If you're not a drinker like myself, and you don't, if you like to cook with wine and stuff, but you don't want to get a whole big bottle if it's going to get wasted, you can get the little small, like little tiny sample bottles that they have, you know, you can get at the liquor store, or hit up a friend. I always do that with my sweet friend Maddie. When I go over there, I might accidentally snag like a cup of wine or something, whoops, or I'll snag a can of beer. So you can do that if you're not gonna, you know, like I said, or take what you need and gift it. Okay, so I just went ahead and dumped in the crushed tomatoes and the stewed tomatoes. You can use a 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes if you want to, but I just like the stewed tomatoes because they're delicious. All right, and I'm dumping in my beans. So you're gonna want to drain the black beans and the white beans, but do not drain the chili beans. And same thing here. You can mix up the beans. I use kidney beans sometimes, pinto beans, which I usually use, but I didn't today. But yeah, whatever bean you like, use. And like I said, this is great because the beans really stick to your inside, so they make you nice and full. Alright, so we're just going to let this simmer for about an hour and a half, and then we're going to come back and eat. Alright, I will catch you guys then. Alright guys, so I let it cook for about an hour and a half, and it's gonna kind of thicken up as it sits. And you can test for salt then, so you can throw a little bit more salt in there. You can add a can of corn. That's how I came up with this corn relish, because my dad loves corn and chili, but I was like, what if I just whip up a corn relish? Look how beautiful it is. You're gonna love it. I'll just in the description box I'll put the recipe for that corn relish, so you guys can make it because it's really great. It's good on like hot dogs and salad. It's really good on a lot of stuff, so I like to make a big batch. And of course I put some cheese in here, and you can't have chili without Fritos, right? So I whipped up a little bit of those in there, or slapped them in I should say, and now I'm going to take a delicious bite of this chili. I'm telling you guys. For real. You are going to love this chili, and you can just make this in the crock pot too and have it hang out in there all day. So really get your BU double T's in the kitchen and make this chili, because you're really gonna love it. And do the corn relish, and like I said, I'll put that and the recipe or the ingredients for the chili down in the description box, okay? So please make sure you subscribe and check out my Ava'S Flava Facebook page and like it, and follow me on Instagram, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.